Stick with it.
Fear is enveloping the market. The market is so scared. Wall Street scared, retail scared, and oh my God, is YouTube scared. I see thumbnails of people saying, that's it, I'm calling it, it's the bear market. People flexing and bragging on FinTwit. Oh, I told you it was going to go down. I told you this, I told you that, right? Guys, understand what's coming next is a rally into the summer. Once we get past Liberation Day, you will have a rally into the summer. I'm going to show you things in this video that nobody else is going to show you. Why? Because this is tomorrow's TA today. So welcome to Market Makers, everybody. Let's go ahead and jump into this. What I think's happening in the market is, you already know. Look at my screen. We're going to cover S&P, NASDAQ, as well as Bitcoin. We're going to focus on these three assets. This is .com on the left, GFC on the right. Just before the blow off top in .com, we sold off 11.5%. Then what did we do? A face ripper rally in 25 days of 18.5%, put in a new all-time high. Then the market fell 50% over the next 2 years. Very long bear market. What about in the GFC? GFC, we declined 12.25% and then a rally of 56 days to 15.5% before declining 57%. Where are we now? Repeat after me. In the correction. In the correction. Both of these corrections are still deeper than the correction we're doing now. We may still put in a new low. Liberation Day is Wednesday, so we may still put in a new low. We may not. But the point is, understand the next move. The next move is a rally into the summer, and I'll show it to you on these broader charts. Throw up that thumbnail real quick. Guys, if you understand cycles, if you've been watching this channel, I try to share as much information and knowledge I have about cycles, natural cycles, market cycles. These are all key things to understand. If you look at the title of that video I released February 17th, trillions will be lost in March. Was I right? Over 3 trillion has been lost so far in March. Why? Because we had the 18.6 year lunar precession cycle hitting. We had the spring equinox hitting. We had the eclipses. There's a lot that was happening in the marketplace. And if you watched that video, you knew we were looking for a top and drop. But understand the cardinal points in the market. On a 3-day chart on ES futures, let's just go over a couple of them. Spring equinox, the 3 weeks surrounding the spring equinox, the 3 weeks surrounding the fall equinox. They are cardinal points in the market. Then you have your secondary points as well, okay? So we're going to look at the cardinal points real quick. Spring equinox was your bottom in the pandemic in March. Fall equinox in 2022 was your bottom right here. And then over here, fall equinox once again. Over here in 2023, you can go through these and find your spring equinoxes. You had a spring equinox top right here. Then you sold off all the way down into the summer. We're going to come back to that, okay? But here's the thing. When did the market top? Right now. The market topped in mid-February. When is the market bottoming? It's bottoming at the spring equinox, okay? It topped in February, bottomed in the spring equinox. What did it do in the pandemic? It topped in February, mid-February for both of them, bottom in the spring equinox, leg up. That's a special case event, right? But what about this? Consider this fractal. Again, nobody's going to show you this, so just pay attention to what I'm doing here. The market moves from key point to key point based on cycles, based on cardinal points in the market. So if we're looking at this, key point here, we topped in January 2022. We sold off. When did we sell off to? We sold off to February, mid-February. When did we rally to? We rallied to mid-March, March 25th on a 3-day candle, spring equinox. Sold off in February, rallied to March. What did we do here? We topped in February, we bottom in March. This is reversed. Do you see the polarity shift? It's reversed. Hence, look what happened on the next leg. The next leg was March top, you sold off into a summer bottom. June was your low, July was your higher low, you rallied back up. These are not small moves, these are big moves, 15, 20% moves, okay? So this is what the next leg is as well, is the rally into the summer. Previously, Again, you topped in March, sold off in the summer, flip it. You're bottoming in March, rallying into summer. As a matter of fact, if we look at this from literally a fractal pattern, let's just take this leg. Let's take the March top down to your summer low. Make this actually fit. Now we have to flip it. Flip this around. Mirror it. Now it's a leg up. Look at that. My target, 64.36 to 65.72. We're calling it 6,500. This is how I think the market's going to play out. I went over the pi cycle in that February 17th video as well, which called for a February top. I wish I would have remembered the pi cycle and notated it on my charts. But we also have the Dewey cycle, which is 42 months in the Dewey cycle from January 2022, brings you out to July. Why else do I think we're topping in July? I've been over this a few times now. July was your top before an 11% decline. July was your top before a 10.5% decline. I have fractal confluence. I think we're rallying into the summer for a July top in the S&P. 6,500 remains my target. After we put in this low, after the tariff noise passes, the market's going to rally. Again, they won't tell you until after it happens. Let's go to the next chart. Next chart is the daily chart. Look at the W fractal. Notice we did not get all this sideways action that I was hoping for a pattern to be built. We got one candle, right? But you got the W still. This is futures. You held the low still. So this is a higher low. You rallied up. You pulled back, and now you're going to be bottoming, and then you're going to be breaking back out to the upside. But you got to get past April 2nd. Could you take out this low? Of course you could. Nobody knows what the tariffs are going to be, how much they're going to be, how scared the market's going to be. Nobody knows, right? So you could put in a new low. But again, I can't tell you tomorrow's price action, the day after's price action, but I can tell you the turns in the market, and you're building a turn. Whether you put in a new low or not, your next move, I believe, is a rally back into the summer. You're going to have a summer rally, a reverse of what you did, a polarity shift of what you did in 2022. You're rallying up to new all-time highs. So we'll see how this continues to play out as the week goes by. If you want my next market update, make sure you follow me on X at Market Canary. I give a Thursday video, so that's the day after the tariffs. I highly suggest you watch that video. So follow me at Market Canary. So let's go ahead and look at a couple different things. What level do you need to hold? Well, I mean, you really want to hold your low. A higher low is bullish. If you break and get a false break low, you could look to see if this comes down to 5,452. If it rolls back over, you want to hold that 200% move as well, okay? But right now, you're hovering right around that 1618, 5,588. And again, I think when this rally does form and the bottom forms, that should take you up to, before you find some key resistance, right around that 6,000 mark. That rally should take you back up to around that 6,000 mark. Get a pullback, back test your ceiling here, which is right around 5,850. So you'll do something like this. When you rally and break up, you're going to do this. You'll make some type of pattern, whatever, double top or something, bang your head around. But I think you're breaking out to those higher level targets. 6,500 is the target that I'm looking at, okay? So let's go ahead and continue. NQ, same thing. I'm not going to walk you through it, but I have my NQ targets 23K to 24.2. NQ's at 19.2 right now. It got all the way below 19K today. But again, I think when you get past the tariffs, it's going to bottom. It's going to move up. You look at this on the daily time frame. This was a weak rally, only up to, didn't even get a 50% rally, but you did make a new low in NQ. You got a false break low. We'll see if it's a shakeout candle. 19K was support for you. So let's see if what we have here with Fibonacci. Fibonacci, 19,069 is the level you want to hold. You're at 19.2 right now. You'd like to hold that level. If you dip back below, guys, again, not financial advice, but I'm looking at buying as soon as we get past April 2nd to see if we get another shakeout low, or if we start rallying. Okay, that's what I'm looking at in the marketplace, because I think you're going to build your base, rally up into the summer. First key resistance around 21.5. If this current low holds, that's around the low, that's around the high I'm looking for before you pull back, make some noise, and then rally into June or July. Okay, a summer top. What about Bitcoin? Do we have any polarity shift in Bitcoin? We topped, and looking at the second top, November 2021, right? When did we bottom? We bottomed November 2022. When did we make our next top, our next new all-time high? Spring equinox 2024. When did we bottom? Spring equinox 2025. November top, November bottom. Spring top, spring bottom. Both a year apart, both ways. What's the next move? Rally up. What does that rally complete? That rally completes several key patterns if they form. Wave 1, wave 2, 3 waves to a top. 132 is my target. You're starting to see this target, by the way, on YouTube and on X. Not because they're copying me, but you did get this target first for me because it's based on Fibonacci. A lot of people are looking at certain levels now. And of course, when somebody has a target, it gets circulated around, and there's people with literally the exact same target. I watched a guy the other day that a member posted in the Discord. His target, his new target's 130 to 135. 130, 135. Very close to my 132. But that's a 3 waves to a top pattern. We also have, for basic TA, our trading range. Draw a trend line, put it up here. That takes you up to 132, a doubling of the range. I think you're getting to 132. Remember, my target was 132. Add on 10K because it's Bitcoin, 142. That's my target range for Bitcoin. I think you did this polarity shift. November top, November bottom, a year apart. Spring top, spring bottom, a year apart. The market's rally and I'm right. Bitcoin's going to rally. It's going to complete a lot of patterns. I think you guys need to pay attention to what happens in the crypto space. Now, I told you guys, we're not covering alts in this video, but I told you guys my thesis of what I'm doing with Bitcoin. If it can hold the low at 76.5, look at the bloodbath in the markets and you're still at 83K, okay? You're below the 200, but you're at 83K. If you can hold that low at 76.5, I'm looking at my altcoins as Bitcoin's down in this area because some of them may be presenting good accumulation opportunities. I would look at the low Bitcoin did on March 11th, look at that on the altcoins, see what the price got to, see how close the price is now, and then everybody has to make their own decision for themselves. But that's what I'm doing, is looking at altcoin accumulations as well down in this level. And again, we have to get through tomorrow. We have to get through Wednesday, but I think bigger bullish moves are shortly here or arriving soon on the horizon, okay? Key levels to flip still, this hasn't changed. You guys are tired of hearing this, but you got to flip 92. Once you get up into this level, flipping 100 is when all the magic will happen, taking you up to our targets. Again, that 132, 143 target here on the daily time frame. That's what I'm looking for Bitcoin to do. And once we get past these next couple of days, track the assets you like, watch the coins you like, watch the equities you like, because there will be big moves coming in the market. Guys, join me on Thursday for the X update at Market Canary. Check out our website, marketmakers.trade. Love to see you guys in the Discord. Talk to everybody soon.